can't go that far. Oh, geez, these fucking cables. Oh, God. There we go. I got it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Specrapular.
Hello, everybody.
We are a podcast that talks about movies and shit.
Talking about
mostly
movies,
shit.
You and me.
I am one of your hosts, Brandon Aquino, but I'm joined by my best friend, Michael Vera.
Sup, everybody out there.
Yeah, and I always forget to say it, but that theme was created by our pal Luis, which we will put his...
Did you even say the show name?
Yeah, I said at the beginning, it's Spectacular, yeah. We will tag Luis in the bio to check out his Spotify and his OnlyFans and his Fansly. And just kidding, Lewis. Anyway, the movie today that we are reviewing, Mike, what is it? And who is it? And who directed it? And did it?
All that jazz,
Yeah.
all in once. Mm-hmm. Today we are doing, going back to the way back machine, all the way to
Take it way back to the first.
to 1996. Mm-hmm.
I was 10 years old.
Little town called Fargo, North Dakota.
Brainerd.
Minnesota car salesman Jerry Lindergaard. Inept crime falls apart due to his and his henchmen's bungling and a persistent police work of the quiet. I don't know if it's quiet. Yeah, quiet.
Quiet, yeah. Because remember, she even says, like, I'd be surprised if this guy is not from Brainerd. Or she'd be surprised if they were from Brainerd.
No, I'm sorry, I misread it. It's
okay.
The quite pregnant.
Okay, wow. The quiet pregnant?
Yeah. I was like, really? Shouldn't there be a comma there? But there's not. Marge Gunderson. Written and directed by the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan. Starring everyone and their mom. William H. Macy as Jerry Lindergaard.
Would you say at this time, really quick, these people were not as obviously well known as they are now? I would say the biggest person of all of them is William H. at this time. You think?
What would he have done before this?
The Cooler? No, he wasn't in The Cooler yet. Okay, sorry. So William H. Macy, who else?
Steve Buscemi as Carl Showalter. Peter Stormare as Geir Grimsrud. Whatever. Wait, why is she so far? See, I don't have the list. So.
Yeah, it's okay.
Frances McDormand as Marge Gunderson. John Carroll Lynch as Norm Gunderson. Is there anyone else we really need?
Did you say the Russian guy's name?
Yeah, Peter Stormare.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think that was it because I wouldn't say the wife. I wouldn't put her in that cast. Yeah, she was barely in it. Maybe the dad, if you didn't say the dad already.
Oh, I just don't know where because it's in like order of appearance.
Oh, okay. So I don't worry about that. Hey, you staying for dinner? Yeah. He's like fucking gripping his the stress reliever ball and shit. Oh God. Okay.
There's like an old picture of him.
So you read the bio and you said who?
There he is. Harv Presnell as Wade.
So Ethan and Joel wrote it, but Joel directed. Is that typically how they do it, or do you think they switch off?
So I believe before, back in the day, there was like a Directors Guild rule where they can probably only have one director on a film.
Okay, yeah.
So they both wrote it.
I'm sure they both directed to an extent, but mostly just one can get credit.
I forget which one was which. I think Joel would be marked as director and Ethan would be marked as producer.
Okay.
But they're both directing.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like if you and I wrote something, like that would be the same thing. Like if we can only have something directed by, I would say we should alternate it. And so like one movie, you're director, and next week I'm director, but then like they did it.
All the good ones I would do, and then
all the poor quality, like very lowbrow jokes I do, but all the lowbrow smarter side ones you would do.
Yeah.
So this movie started with the saying it's a true story when it is absolutely not a true story. As a precaution, because I haven't seen this movie in a long time, I looked it up just in case. It's like, there's no way this is a fucking true story. And it was not. But the actors were to believe that it was a true story about like maybe halfway through the filming. They're like,
really?
Oh yeah, it's not real. But the Coens wanted them to believe that it was of nonfiction. But let me just start this off.
Oh, sure, dude.
I think this is our first Coens movie.
Nope.
What's the other one we did?
No Country.
Okay, that's fair. And then I asked you your Coen. So does this rank higher than No Country?
I believe I said this is my favorite one.
Oh, okay. Now that you say it, I think I remember saying I liked Barton Fink.
Yeah, and I give you one of these looks.
A grimace, like a fucking. Well, I think what I love about Barton Fink was I always value John Goodman in any movie that I see. I mean, obviously he Big Lebowski and stuff like that, but John Goodman just I feel like he always brings it. Even in Oh Brother Where Art Thou, when he was the racist, like he just brings it. Would you say who's been in more movies, Francis McDormand or Goodman or John Turturro?
Of their movies?
Yeah, who do you think's been in the most? Off the top of your head, I won't look it up. But
I think Turturro probably.
Yeah, that's a good fucking guess. I would say him or John.
I can only think of two each.
Big Lebowski. So I can think Barton Fink,
Big Lebowski, and Oh Brother.
Yeah, and then Turturro was Big Lebowski, Barton Fink. I feel like they're just all. I mean, when you work, it's like an Adam Sandler, right? You work with the people you like to work with, and if they're available, like do it. But anyway, so this is your favorite Coen movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, why?
I don't know. It just makes me giggle. And I smile when I watch it.
Yeah.
There's the fucking leg in a whoop chip is it's just funny.
Something that I wrote a few times in my notes was this movie's sharp in a sense of the writing, in a sense of the acting. Like Frances McDormand, who I've always valued as an actor. Same thing, like I said about John Goodman, is that everything I've seen her in, she just brings it to like another level, where you not only believe in her character, and not just a Coen movie, but in general, what I've seen her in. And what is that? The 3 billboards, like
3 billboards outside it.
Like she brings it, but then so did fucking Sam. Like Rockwell brings it a lot too. But anyway, so I would agree this movie is fabulous. But let's go over what what your ideas of this movie, what kind of notes you had, parts you enjoyed. So what's something that you could think of off the top of your head? Or I know you wrote notes digitally this time, so what you got?
Tell me what you got. What you got? I remember watching it when I was young.
Mm-hmm. This movie did come out. I mean, again, we're barely 10, 11.
And I remember it being like the most violent thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
There were 2 scenes where it was like the shot in the head.
Face shot.
The top of the head face shot, yeah. And then the wood chip. Oh, no, I meant the sheriff. I meant when he shot the cop.
Oh, the bubble.
When the blood squirted out.
The bubbling goo comes out of his head.
Yeah.
Not even that part. I'm just thinking of that and the wood chipper at the end.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was like, oh my god. I think for some reason I kind of recall my dad watching it and then me like walking in and like, hey, how's it going on? Hey, get some Ninja Turtles. And then it seemed like
wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Okay, I said that. Okay.
Like just seemed like oh my god, what's happening?
Pushing it down with a piece of wood. I did write that note was because when I was younger, I remember because I didn't see this movie till I was maybe 16, 17.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see it at a young age. But I remember from the years that this movie came out, people would say about Buscemi, like, watch out for that wood chipper. But I never understood until I saw this movie. I was like, oh, that makes sense now. Because he just got...
Who would say that to him? That's stupid.
It was... I think it was like a late night thing I saw. Like somebody I don't know if it was a Conan or something like that. But somebody had said
Please
it.
don't let it be Conan.
I hope not.
That would upset me.
But at the same time, I remember seeing it. At least hearing people say it once or twice. Anyhow.
So let's just lay it out real quick. So Jerry, played by Bill Macy, I call him Bill because he's my friend.
I call him WHG. Well, I'm sorry, WHM. That's what I call him. That's how close we are.
Like, can you think of a? It's
more weaselly, fucking wiener.
Weaselly, pathetic.
Yeah.
Like everyone just has disdain for him whenever he talks to anybody.
He's like fucking liar. And he's just
fucking liar.
He's just looking down.
These guys here, these guys. It's always more.
But the clear coat. Let me tell you, the clear coat is you're absolutely right. Like again, another note I have somewhere on this is like, he just does it so well. The way he stammers, the way he like when he's immediately put on the spot, like he's just like he's always in a corner, and you can't put baby in a corner, but this motherfucker you can.
Like just from like the word jump, because the very first scene is
crisscross will make you.
Yeah.
I got my backwards pants on. Yeah. Crisscross will make you jump. Okay.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Now I want to listen to a bunch of like early 90s hip hop and R&B and shit. Some ladies love in here too. Anyway, so a more pathetic person from the word jump.
For some reason on my playlist when I was driving up for work, the DOC came on a bunch.
Yeah. Okay. You know what's been playing a lot for me is Two Live Crew.
Why?
I forgot how much dirty they were.
Oh my God.
All the pussy talk and shit. Like, I mean, I'm down for it. All them hoochie mamas and stuff like that. But at the same time, I looked at their Spotify. I was like, they got what, like at least over 1 million listens, to, like barely 500,000. Like, really? Like, I would think they'd have more because they're like, you play that at a club, you play that at like, a party, like people are gonna fucking know it. But anyway, sorry, go ahead.
So it just made me giggle. So I don't know I can't even think of like a more pathetic like movie character other than the Asian dude later in the movie.
Oh, but that's like sad though.
Yeah.
That's truly sad.
So that's fun.
Okay.
My favorite line of the movie is fucking Buscemi. I'm like, I'm not here to debate you, Jerry. I'm not gonna sit here and debate. He does it like multiple times.
That's when they first met,
The
right?
very first time they meet, like,
Yeah.
everything Jerry says, he just looks at him like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, when William H. meets them, he doesn't know who Buscemi is. He knows who he's meeting the Russian, correct?
Right.
And that's why
he doesn't even know him.
Right. But that's who Shep had recommended. I can't vouch for him. I don't know him. Which also that name Shep, like I mean, I like his character because he's very, very just to the point with that motherfucker. Yeah.
You fucking
But then, so Shep, I don't know how William H. asked, how he came about these people, right? But at the same time, so he meets them. So he's supposed to meet the Russian.
So he's in tons of debt.
Yeah.
Right?
We don't know how or why.
Wow.
Assumably gambling, I would think.
No.
What is it?
It's ineptitude. Like he's so bad at selling cars.
Okay.
And he couldn't like come clean to his father-in-law.
Yeah.
So he just kept over leveraging himself.
So he's taking out loans?
Yeah.
Loans on cars.
Wow.
Because what was that person saying? Like, I know the serial numbers.
No, he's like taking loans with like the cars as collateral, I'm assuming.
Okay. And like 300 and something $1,000 worth.
Right. To the point where like he can't do it anymore. So he's like making up fake VIN numbers for the cars just to get money for like imaginary cars that don't exist. That's where he's like, I don't have these actual numbers. I can't read them. So that means, do these cars even exist? He's like, well, of course they exist. And he's like, well, you need to prove it or else I'm going to call that money back.
Yeah.
So
and
he's just bad at his job.
Okay.
And he's just over leveraging himself and he can't come clean to his wife or to his father-in-law.
Now, is that a fact or is that basically what you see in the movie? Is kind of
what I see.
Okay. Because my note is, why?
Because he doesn't gamble. He doesn't drink.
That's what I'm saying. Like, since we don't see that stuff, I'm like, is he a gambler? Like, I don't understand. But
there are whores, but he doesn't partake in the whores.
He doesn't. So that makes sense. I mean, maybe they just want you to put it together yourself. And
how he came up with this cockamamie plan, I don't know.
Well, so the plan is he wants Buscemi and the very quiet Russian guy to kidnap his wife fakely. They're not going to do it. They're just kidnapping so that way they can get the ransom. So he's gonna ask for $1 million from the dad, but he's gonna give Buscemi and the Russian 40, and he's gonna keep all the rest, thinking that's 700 or $960,000. And I did that math. Was that right?
No, it's 80,000, so it's 920,000.
Oh, no, because I was thinking this. I thought he gave them 40. He was saying they were going to ask for 80, and he was going to give them 40, and he was going to keep 40.
Oh, yeah, in that case, yeah.
Correct.
You're correct.
So
okay.
Sorry.
So,
but I didn't say it right, but that was just going based on that. Okay. So he would keep all of that, and then that would pay off the 700 and something that would he owe 700 and something, or he owe 300 and something? Was that?
No. Well, so that's a whole other tiny thing where there's like an opportunity to buy this land or whatever.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
He just wanted a loan from the dad to like buy the land, and then he was going to pay him back eventually. But,
to make a parking lot, is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, which I think
that's a whole other thing.
Right. That's side story C. Right. But they don't go into it.
It's not connected because when he finds out that it might actually happen, he's like, "Oh, actually, we need to stop the kidnapping because I don't want it to actually happen."
Yeah. And then he can't because there's no way to get hold of Buscemi. What I was going to say, I forgot what city it was that I read, but it was Portland or kind of it's a known city, but they had made a deal with like
the devil.
Yeah, another country. They're like, hey, you can have, the public parking stuff, and you could charge, you can get the fees for this stuff, and then we get this, and then the money that they got at that time, great, but the city that is, but the foreign people, they got millions of millions more because of what they're charging for the parking and stuff like that. So I can absolutely see how having a parking lot, and let's just say for each spot is $50, right? And those people could park there just for the day. I mean, you could be lucrative depending on where that parking lot is.
I believe that's what, I could be wrong. Someone correct
Probably
me.
are. Someone
Robert,
on the live.
Yeah. Robert Kraft the Patriots owner. That's how he made his money in parking lots or something like that.
Yeah, I
Right,
mean,
it's one of his businesses.
right. Which
Sorry, I'm moving my microphone so you can hear all the
No, you're
rustling, tussling.
because it was something that I was thinking.
Am I right? Is that all right?
Yeah, you hear the cable. Yeah,
This is
they could probably faintly hear it too, even
Yeah.
when I fucking put it in the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I take those sounds out for the most part because I'll put a filter. Anyway,
Like the sounds of me crying while you're talking?
yeah. Well, I mean, who isn't crying? If they're not masturbating, then they're crying. That's because I'm sitting on your lap and facing you. I'm an inch away from your face.
Yeah.
Anyhow, back to the movie at hand.
Perfection is perfection.
Yeah, you're such a fucking. Do you watch the Fargo show? I think you said last time you
I
don't.
have a note, and it says,
Watch Fargo show.
have you watched the show?
I have.
Meaning to ask you.
Yeah. I saw the first and second season. I greatly enjoy it.
It's anthology, right? So it's
Correct.
just kind of different.
Correct.
Slightly related, or they just mention the occurrences in other episodes or other seasons?
That's valid. I don't remember because
Clark's-
again they're on
Clark's
like
have
the
an
fifth
expert?
season now or whatever. So maybe even the sixth. But
Wasn't Kirsten Dunst in one of the seasons?
I don't remember. But I know her husband is the what do they call him? Instead of Matt Damon, it's like oh my god, it's a reference to Breaking Bad, but like
Meth Damon?
Yeah, Meth Damon. There we go. Anyway, he was one of them. But I did watch those and the new season because I mentioned you said Ted Lasso earlier.
I thought you. Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
Is her husband.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So the lady
Meth Damon, that's
from
pretty good.
yeah, it is really good. Again, the internet undefeated. There's so many fucking times that I'm on Reddit, and one comment that's super far down that for some reason I made it down those comments that has like no upvote. Somebody says something super quick or a reference to something, and I'm like, "Yep, you're that one person that I believe in." Anyway, the fuck my train of thought. Okay, so the new season, the lady from Ted Lasso, the skinny like social media public. I thought you said you've seen Ted Lasso.
No, I asked you if you think I should watch it.
Oh, no, you
while I'm on
shouldn't.
vacation.
Well, the first two seasons are fine. The third season I've just heard horrible things, and I whatever.
Why was everyone all high on it then?
Well, because it was winning a bunch of awards, and it was like kind of an uplifting show. But again, I've heard about the third season just not being sharp. If anybody listening has seen Ted Lasso season 3, email us at specrapular@gmail.com and tell us. Anyway,
Also with your Bob Kraft information.
yeah, anything you could
Financial
tell us.
information.
Yeah, if parking lots was this thing, or maybe just the whores.
Yeah.
I find it interesting when I see cars tow things because it was like an Oldsmobile and it was towing another car because it's a sedan towing something.
Yeah.
Like I've seen sedans towing like a bigger trailer, like when someone's moving. The reason why that interests me is because the car's so little, and then you have, and sometimes you have the trailers that are quite large. And I'm thinking like that's got to be unstable because from my understanding, my dad had told me if you ever tow something, it's always going to pull one way. So you kind of got to drive a little bit like crooked. So depending on how I've seen so many videos of the things in the back like wobbling around because the person's never like driven it. Another quick note, and let you say something. This one of the first notes that I have of WHM saying just how you use pathetic. I didn't use pathetic, but I used a loser. Like he just plays that. Yeah, he plays that loser so well. And I think the reason why I put that is because it was a scene where they were calling him a liar. Like, well, that clear coat. He just wouldn't even look at them,
Yeah,
like
he's so defeated.
Yeah, like he's like,
kinda sad.
You told me you had this car in stock. You told me this price. You come here now. You're telling me it's this, and he doesn't go talk to his manager. Like, of course, like which is a thing that I've used being on the phone with a customer. Hey, let me talk to my
Because
manager.
he
real
says
quick.
he's the executive sales.
Exactly. So he should
I
be
don't
like,
even know if he even has.
He's
a
like
boss.
second to the top,
That's
basically.
what he says to go in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. But I would say that kind of stuff. If a customer's like,
You got an extra ticket there?
yeah, I get grim with that look. What was it for the not the Gremlins,
Gophers?
Gophers.
I forgot what else. I was going to check something. I forgot. Now I remember.
But I'll say if the customer's like, you know what, I don't know if I can give that discount, but let me talk to my manager and see what I can do for you. Leave them home for like 2 minutes, come back. I can't
Go
quite
take a shit.
Can't quite do what you said, but how about you this? Meet me in the middle. Instead of being $199, let's do it for $99, and then just fucking get it done. What other notes do you have, Michael?
That's it. No. Hold on. I'm looking up awards because I want to get angry.
Okay.
So go ahead and talk about something.
I put oof when the dad says Gene and Scotty have nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking rough.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. What do you think the disdain that dad has for WHM? Like, is it because he knows he's a loser? Because he knows he's pathetic? Like,
Yeah.
why do you think he has that hatred? Maybe not hatred, but just
Well, there is a lot of the like daddy's little princessness to it. That could just be it. Just
Right.
Like he just might not have liked her any of her choices in men. You know, just
That's
growing
true.
up or whatever. That
That's
could
fair.
be one thing.
That's fair.
Two, he might just read him like a book. He's like, this pathetic piece of shit.
Like how did he get my
Yeah.
daughter? Yeah.
I had to give him this job or his sales.
Was that so? That was the dad's lots. I think.
I mean, he says his father-in-law owns it,
Okay, so then that's fair. Yeah. He's just so pathetic.
which is weird because if he owns it, you think he would know more about his finances.
but maybe he doesn't do it the day to day,
Right.
and so there's someone else, and he just obviously smudges everything, so it just makes it look like he's super good.
So it won screenplay and actress.
Okay.
For Francis.
Francis, yeah.
And then Bill got nominated, but I wanted Steve Buscemi to be nominated too.
We're showing the first.
So fucking good.
Yeah.
God, he's so good.
Yeah. He also is kind of pathetic too, right?
Yeah, but he's
kinda funny looking.
No. He's weaselly. He's
Okay,
weaselly.
okay,
Not
okay.
pathetic though.
Okay. And he's,
I guess
he's uncircumcised.
yeah.
So that's what we know. I wrote here that he likes to watch because quite a few times he looked over at the Russian to see what's going on over there.
Uh-huh.
Like, so he's getting ridden and he's looking over at the Russian, just feverishly making out with that girl. There was no
Imagine
actual.
what his breath is like. Was just constantly smoking cigarettes.
Not only that, we were talking about the Russian, not
Yeah.
Buscemi, because I was like, Buscemi probably has rough gingivitis. Yeah, that's rough. And the constant, he's kind of cool about it that he'll just have the cigarette hanging.
Yeah.
That's pretty, he's a fucking lunatic. That's pretty badass. Like,
Who's more a psychopath?
Okay.
Him or Anton from
Anton.
No Country?
I'd say Anton. Anton, here's the thing. I think Anton has principle, like to it, that it's like methodical, right? Or even though what he said to, what's the husband's name in that?
Llewellyn.
So he says to him, like, look, just bring me the fucking box, bring
You're
the money.
done.
Yeah, you're done. But if you don't, I'm going for your fucking wife. So the principle of it, obviously, even though Anton got the money, still kills the wife. So just like Woody Harrelson said in the movie, like compared to what, the bubonic plague, like what's fucking worse. So even though the Russian is clearly a psychopath, I don't think it's to that level of Anton, because Anton would just self-preservation.
But they both seem to lack all empathy for other human beings.
And self-preservation, they both have that. But I think with Anton, there's the intensity of it. Now, not that the Russian doesn't have it, but I think if I put them both in a room in my life, I had to run for my life, I'd be more afraid of Anton still.
Yeah, but just because of his guns?
No, the silenced shotgun and his little air pressure gun.
So fucking badass. Dude.
Which would still be fucking loud as shit. But I think Anton still looks scarier. To me, he's a little hot.
He didn't chop anybody up, though.
Not that you know of. Yeah, fair enough. What about you?
What?
Anton or the Russian?
That's a good question. I mean, all the things say like, Anton's like the perfect depiction of psychopaths in film. So
Yeah,
I guess you have to lean that
Heads
way.
or tails, friendo? Like, choose one.
But it's interesting that the Coens like love these characters. Like they're just kind of interested in that sort of thing.
Like John Candy in Barton Fink. Yeah. He was fucking nuts.
Wasn't he like the devil?
Something like that.
Yeah, somewhere.
I think that's what they were kind of like
Alluding
implying.
to?
Yeah, but he was human embodied of the devil. Yeah. So you choose what, Anton or what?
Yeah, but I just always think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, this isn't working out. So,
Yeah.
like immediately he's like,
Yeah.
okay, let's
He's
get
like,
this.
because well, then you hear
Get this
the
ball rolling.
like in the back. He's like, obviously leans. What do you grab his hair and just
Yeah.
and then douche. Which, I mean, that's fucking nuts to just have that kind of like, all right, well, this ain't getting done, dead. And then I would have thought that they would just eliminate the wife then and there, like, fucking and shoot in the back seat and just take her out. Like, fuck it, we'll get that money anyway.
Because is he? I don't believe he is. But let me ask you if you think he is.
He is the guy from the VW commercials from many
What?
years ago. Yeah, no. When you say VW.
When they're in the cabin
Okay.
and Buscemi's messing with the TV, he's like, motherfucker, right?
And he's like just staring.
So he's just staring and you see his breath, right? And then you see the wife sitting by the oven
With her breath.
With her breath.
Yeah.
He's not staring at her though, right? He's just staring into the void.
He's staring. Well, I think.
Because it's cutting between the two of them.
Yeah.
So I was like, is he staring at her? But that would like imply like passion. like obsession, but he's not obsessed with her at all.
Not. It doesn't seem like
he nothings her. That's why she's like, oh, she
he nothings
so
everything about this. Yeah, he just so the thing about it, the reverse of that is Buscemi's fucking with the TV, camera's pulling in. The guy's staring, camera's pulling in, but on the wife, it was static. It didn't pull in on her. So I think it was just the parallel of Buscemi hitting the thing, and he's just like, duh, like just like you said, looking into the like, when you stare and you don't blink. Yeah. I think that's just what it is. He's just like, ugh. And
whenever I think about my life for like 5 seconds, and I just
like Jack in The Shining is just looking out into the winter, just glaring.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it was. I do like that they had the oven open. That was bringing in heat, but I'm like, aren't they just breathing in gas? Like, isn't it?
Well, no, it looked like there was a coil in there, so it's electric.
Okay, that's fair. What else? So I put did he gamble his money away, but you already kind of debunked that.
So one of my favorite things to do is
masturbate.
Well, we know that. Do the voices from the movie.
Yeah.
And my cousin has
do the voice like the people talking, like, I just think I'm gonna barf.
One of her friends is from Minnesota, so like they're like, oh, do the thing. So I always do it. So it turns out when I rewatched it this last time, I had the quote wrong the whole time, which I guess happens all the time.
She's gonna barf that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because originally I thought she like leans over and I thought he goes, you find something there, Margie? So that's what I thought it was. Yeah. And then you're like, I just think I'm gonna barf. But he says, oh, no, now I have to check it.
You find something else?
You see something down there, Chief? That's what he says.
Yeah.
So I was wrong the whole time. I was like, oh my God.
Well,
how many times have I embarrassed myself saying that wrong?
Yeah, there's probably people that like know the exact quote. Like, this guy doesn't know shit.
This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, this fucking
But
idiot.
It just sounds funny.
He used to work at Blockbuster. What a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just sounds funny.
Well, we say yeah a lot in the show, just like but they're like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Which I like so much. Like just the accent of these people from the East Coast that just have that
Midwest.
sort of Midwest. I'm sorry. That just have that country. What kind of accent would you call that? Midwestern. Okay. But the Asian guy later in the movie had his own accent too, which we'll talk about him real quick.
What the fuck?
Well, you're a little far from the mic first, but yeah, like that's not only sad, but then when you find out that like when she said, "Oh yeah, the person's dead," she's like, "What? No, she's not dead." So
he's following her around and stuff.
Yeah, he's like stalking her and stuff. Yeah. So my initial note, because I didn't remember her talking to her friend on the phone.
The Coens are racist.
Yeah, clearly. But like, was his intention just to fuck her or something like that?
So, yeah.
Because he wanted to sit on her side, and she's like, mm-mm. And so first and foremost, loyal wife, which I love their relationship that they have. Like she's getting up bright and early. He's like, I'll make you some eggs. And then she thinks about
breakfast.
She thinks about him later, or she wants to get him some worms. And then like he brings her lunch, and like so it's just very cute. And I always when I see that guy, I think of either Arthur Lee Allen, or I think of the Drew Carey Show.
A killer. Definitely wouldn't tell you.
Yeah, and then when that stare at the end of the movie, like that still kind of gives me a little chills, because you know he doesn't know who Gyllenhaal, because he never met Gyllenhaal, right. And then just that Gyllenhaal staring at him, and he's smiling, and he sees Gyllenhaal, and he's like, and it just that smile fades away. And like it's just someone that's staring.
That's a good movie. We should do that movie.
It's so fucking long, but I'd rather do The Killer. The Killer just came out. I kind of want to watch that.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
The Fincher movie, yeah.
I haven't watched it either.
But Fassbender is a fucking piece of shit, so I don't know if we should. Because like he beat his ex-wife. Yeah. And so like I'm kind of torn because, again, remember how we talked about this before? It's like, how do you separate the artist from that? Because of Michael Jackson. And you look at it, but like nothing happened. Like Gary Oldman. Like he's in Slow Horse, like I told you to watch. But you know, he also domestic violence and stuff. So
when was that?
Oh, fuck, dude. Like when he was still in Dark Knight and shit. Yeah, that's tough. But then, you know, again, how do you separate?
There's a fighter who got arrested for domestic violence. And then we're like, oh, no. He's kind of a dick anyways, but it's fine. It turns out he was like fighting his brother. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not that bad.
Oh, he's fighting another guy? Okay, fine. That's okay. So what other notes do you have?
Just as the characters, because you know, like the Coens love their like.
Wait, I'm sorry. Not to interrupt you. I know I do it a lot.
Christ.
Did we finish about the Asian guy?
Oh no,
just how pathetic it is. Not
well, it kind of. Well, let me talk about what I'm going to talk about because it leads into what we're talking about.
Sure.
And then when we talk about what we're talking about, then the show really gets its.
I get what you're talking about. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So are they? The Coens love a quirky character, and all the characters. Someone had said it and it made sense to me, like even all their side characters steal all the scenes that they're in because they're just funny and stuff like that.
Every actor that they've had in their movies have been spot on. Even Burn After Reading, which I didn't like that much, but all those characters were perfect at what they did.
Because even like the old man who's like just sweeping his driveway and he's telling him about.
Yeah, like he's at the bar and he just.
You think I'd be able to do anything like that? Going crazy up there. There's like,
and that wasn't even that was a two shot, not even over the shoulder or anything. It just, the camera stayed exactly where it was the whole time.
That was a oneer, huh?
Yeah, it was.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, so when it comes to the characters, are they making fun of the acts of the characters or the lifestyle, or is it just the funniness of the accent just makes everybody a character and makes it fun?
I would hope that it's the latter, like to not make fun of people's accents.
Because I don't remember like the publications, obviously, when this movie was coming out. But if people get
you were like 10 or 11.
Yeah, when I was like that. Like were people getting cross about it? Like, oh, you're just making fun of us.
You know what I'm saying? That's a great question, and I feel like when it comes to those kind of Midwest accents, those aren't like frowned upon as much as if like someone's doing that's not Asian, or someone that's not a different race doing it. But when you got a bunch of white people doing Midwestern, like those, shit, I don't think it's a big thing. Even if they are being light about it, like just to kind of sort of make fun, which I don't think they were. But like,
because they make me like, yeah.
That's what I mean. But like, they would talk like that.
Yeah.
If they were, again, you're absolutely right. But if they went maybe more than that, just to do it, like maybe 3 more, yeah.
I don't know. They did quite a bit.
They did. But like,
I love her exchange with her sergeant or whoever that other guy is.
Yeah.
Just the beginning.
The deputy. Yeah. When she first gets there to the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. We keep saying yeah too, but we're not saying it that way.
Yeah, I'm saying just yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Affirmative.
Yeah.
You don't say shit like affirmative or whatever. You say, shine them on. What you really want to chip their ass?
Yeah.
Hasta la vista, baby. Which you would never ever say that. Ever?
I don't think I've ever said, unless I was saying it because of that. What does Arnold say for his comeback? He's like, "Chill out, dickwad." so he's learning, right? He's a learning machine. But I don't think they're making fun of. Do you think they're making it?
I mean, they kind of are, but it's lighthearted, and I think they just appreciate characters wherever they find them.
Right.
So I don't know.
Okay, that's a fair assessment.
Plus, you wouldn't get mad. Plus, like, how many times do you see characters like this in any movies ever?
Yeah.
So they're probably just excited to have like a representation.
The only thing I could think of,
not excited,
that has sort of accents. Maybe I'm not even right now that I really think about it. Was like Letterkenny, the show. It's more recent that they have like accents and stuff, but it's not.
Are they Canadian or something?
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's close. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not Midwest, the United States, but they have accents.
Yeah.
There was a time when I didn't have tags on my car for 4 months. Like, I had the tags, I just didn't put them on. Never got pulled over. I think somebody said something. I was like, fine, and I did it. So that's my assessment.
You did not kill that cop?
I didn't. Okay, I didn't shoot the sheriff, but the deputy. Yeah.
There was a time for me when my tags were due, and I did pay them, but by the time I got them in the mail, it was a little past, a couple days later.
They typically let you go a month, and it's kind of like, okay, like
that what it is? That's probably what it was then.
Yeah,
because like,
you are brown, so
that is also true.
Yeah.
I might have been living with my parents because for some reason I knew that the tags were at the house already. Like, oh, sweet. And then I just got off work and I was driving home, and then a cop like just pulls. He didn't just pull behind me, but he just got behind me. I was like, fuck!
Was this when you had the BMW?
No, it was at my truck,
the Chevy, or not Nissan.
Yeah. So I was like literally like a block from my house, like don't pull me over, and he didn't. So I made it home and I got the tags.
Yeah,
but it just made me. It's like giggling.
Butthole tighten up a little bit.
Literally like the last like 1,000 feet till I get to my house. And
car or motorcycle?
What?
Was it a car or motorcycle?
Car.
Okay. Because car, they could pull it up immediately. But motorcycle, they have to like call it in. Like, hey, well, if you get pulled over by a motorcycle, you're getting a ticket. Like, I mean, they're traffic. That's what they have for the mobility. You get pulled over by a car, you could probably get away with it. Because I've been pulled over by cars, gotten away with it. But there's been the few times that I have been pulled over by a car and I was not. So it's kind of 50-50. I've never been pulled over by a motorcycle, but I feel like that's guaranteed.
Man, did you see that video of the motorcycle cop chasing the guy through Brazil?
That's an old video, but yes, I have. That's like 4 or 5 minutes long. Yeah, all the alleyways they go through, like some Jason Bourne shit.
Super cool.
Yeah, it was great. And the thankfully they do get the person because I swear to God, if this ends and they don't find out what happens, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna look it up.
They almost hit that dog.
Well, the dog had it coming. It shouldn't have been standing there. Let's see
Both
here.
ways, motherfucker.
That dude was cold blooded, but a good shot to shoot the dude running away in the back, and then but to shoot the lady, he was just laying there defensive, and there was the gunshot through the hand too.
Probably a defensive wound.
Yeah, and that's where I first put. She's sharp. She's very sharp. Like Margie.
I was gonna say that too. She's an amazing police officer.
Right.
Yeah,
To like
a detective.
Not only to assess a scene, to see certain things and
Like instantly she's like, okay, cool. They pulled him over. There's a shootout, and these assholes saw him, drove away. Car got
these
turned
two
over.
assholes.
These fucks.
How dare these fucking assholes drive by it? Let's just
Fucking using their
11
eyes.
o'clock at night. Yeah.
What are they doing at 2 a.m., 2:30 in the morning?
Cocaine.
Cocaine,
Yeah.
yep.
Cocaine.
On the way to the whores.
But then also when she's talking to her deputy, and he's like, "Yeah, it starts with DLR," and she's like, "I don't think you're right there, and I think it's dealer." And he's like, "Oh yeah."
I think I'm going to disagree with your police work there. Yeah?
I like Arby's a lot, and they're
Interesting.
So let me preface because I'm so hungry I can eat at Arby's.
all over my face.
The roast beef sandwich by itself with a little bit of Arby's sauce, great. But the
But
Arby
there's
melt,
cheese in it.
the Arby melt has cheese. So here's the thing. So they used to have an Arby's sandwich that just had cheese and it wasn't the melt. Because the melt is like a sort of an onion bread, like an onion bun, your favorite. And then it has a little bit of sauce plus the cheese and then the roast beef. I don't know what happened to the other one that just had the roast beef and the cheese. But if I ever order Arby's melt, I just say sans whatever that sauce is.
I don't even know where there is an Arby's.
I don't either. But every time I've had it,
If you guys know where there's an Arby's, email us at
Yeah, it's specrapular@gmail.com. Oddly enough, Mike, that you say that, our
this episode
our
is brought to
sponsor
you
for
by-
this day is sponsored by Arby's. Where's the beef?
Yeah.
And if you order online, but anytime I've had Arby's,
Go online, enter BRFFT into the promo code.
enter BRFFPT. And that's our code. I don't eat Arby's. I would go years without eating Arby's,
Yeah,
but
Brftacular.
when I have it, I enjoy it. Like I like it a lot, but I don't seek it out.
Yeah.
At all. So do you not like Arby's?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever had Arby's. Maybe once. I remember them having kind of dark, shitty fries.
They have curly fries.
Oh,
So maybe I don't know if you had that because so there is when I
they kind of for some reason like it's in my mind that they reminded me of those shitty Five Guy fries.
okay, so we need to fight because so obviously as you're aware,
They're
I
not
worked at
good.
Five Guys for a period of time. Let me finish. The thing about Five Guys fries, just like In and Out, is you got to eat them like pretty quick. So doing what you just did, you have
I was
to,
doing the meme the
or it's like you're, oh I know okay
girl.
yeah the girl yeah where it's like gross but I might like that yeah so just like In and Out you gotta eat those fries within like 10 minutes max because they go to shit. They do, you're right. So when I would make those fries and they're nice and they're crisp, like you just gotta eat them.
Why were they so dark though?
Well, because there's Cajun fries and there's regular fries. But okay, here's how we'd make them. It's a trade secret, right?
You take potatoes.
You get the potatoes.
You cut 'em.
Well, you got to clean them first. So you soak them, you run around, you get all the starch out of it, you drain it, you rinse them again. Drain it, rinse them again. Then you run them through a thing. Then you put them through the fry like cutter, like because it's
Yeah, and you put them in the water to the first knuckle, right? I know
yeah.
this
You
works.
put it in the oil. You still use your finger as the as the measurement. The hot oil. Yeah. So what you do is you put the fries in the bin. I think it's 3 minutes. Take it out, shake it. It's in the 3 minutes. You take it out twice. You shake it a little bit, put it back down, and then you let it sit for a little bit to cool. And then when you put it in the final thing, that's when you just gotta let it get crispy.
So it does happen. So when you're complaining about them doing it for dinner earlier, freaking out about your fries, they were doing it right.
So what happened? No, they were not doing it right. So what those guys did was they didn't have the fries already prepared. Those were essentially frozen fries. They put them in the bin. They just dunked it once and they took it out and let it just dry. So with the one that Five Guys would do, it's pre-cook, let sit until somebody orders, then you cook it, and then when that's done, you just throw it in the thing. Anyway, I would say about the fries though with Arby's, I don't know. I don't typically get the fries, but it's just the roast beef sandwiches.
We don't typically get anything because you haven't gone in years.
I haven't, but did you see the recent collaboration that they have with Good Burger 2? Now they're offering a fucking cheeseburger there, which I didn't even know they're making Good Burger 2. But it's one of Kel Mitchell's first like produced movies that he's doing, so I'm happy for him. To actually have Kel Mitchell back and Keenan.
I thought Keenan produced
I said Kel. You're right. It's Keenan. Yeah, Keenan. Let's see here.
I'm a disgusting piece of
Shit.
something
I'm well aware.
because I love like AM PM hamburgers because they taste like school hamburgers.
Okay.
They just, I don't know, they hit a nostalgic, delicious spot in my face.
That slaps.
Yeah, that slaps. Slaps hard.
Horde. So horde.
So like how if I go through work and I don't eat lunch, like, and I need gas, like before
You're
I go
gonna
home,
get gas
I'm
if
gonna
you
get
get a
gas.
sandwich. Yeah.
I'm gonna get gas, and then I get fucking Skittles, fucking hamburger, a soda.
Is that like the same bite? So
terrible.
you'll take some skits in your mouth,
Yeah.
and then you take a bite of your burger.
Well, no, you take one bite of the burger.
Okay.
So you make that little U shape of,
Yeah,
your,
of course.
of your fat mouth.
Yeah.
And you pour Skittles into the. I'm just kidding.
So you take the first bite, and it's like a perfect burger, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like a
So
virgin
cheesy.
burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you peel off the top. You
yeah.
peel off the top. You peel off the top bun. And you sprinkle in some Skittles, right? But only the purple ones. And then you close it. And then the cheese melts.
What? Professor Klump from the fucking Nutty Professor?
Yeah.
No, I don't
No,
put
you're
Skittles.
you're Mariah Carey, and you only want the green M&Ms.
Yeah, it's true.
And then as you're chewing that, you're getting a hard bite of the Skittles, and so you soften it up by drinking your Gatorade.
Yeah.
Or not
That I do.
Okay.
Well, I'll eat the Skittles with the drink.
Yeah.
Sometimes just water too. Just makes it like
Sure.
like a party in my mouth. And it becomes a pool party in my mouth with the water.
You're not disgusting because I like the taquitos from 7-Eleven.
Still
Yeah, they're horrible. though.
nostalgic because of Blockbuster.
I wouldn't say nostalgic. It really only happens if I'm like, I need to go to the liquor store in the morning. Like, I need a Red Bull or something like that. Like, I'm just fucking, like, I get to work and I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
You drank energy drinks.
Not that often, but I will. And so that's the thing, though. There was a time when the previous job that I would have at least 3 of those a week. And it was always like not the small Red Bull, not the slightly bigger one, but the bigger one. And so that's like maybe 16 ounces, 18 ounces. And it was either a watermelon Red Bull, regular Red Bull, or I think it was like a nectarine or
Look at the Webble.
Watermelon Webble. But like, I knew it was a problem. And that's why, if you remember when I had COVID in August of last year, that's when I also, since I was sick, I couldn't do anything. And I couldn't have the Red Bulls and shit. I had really gnarly headaches because that caffeine that I wanted and stuff. So,
You know what gives me headache? Champagne.
interesting.
Yeah.
Just a single glass? And is it real champagne or is it just sparkling?
I don't know. What am I, a sommelier?
Well, champagne can only be called champagne if it's from like a certain region.
Fucking everybody with their fucking, yeah.
Okay.
You tell me how far the fucking sun is from the earth,
Look,
too?
what I do know is that a nice decoy red wine goes really great with a medium steak and maybe a little bit of, I was going to say Chianti, but that doesn't make sense because that's a different wine. Yeah, I'm not a sommelier, far from it.
But no, like if I'm drinking like mimosas for like brunch, I'm like, ooh, and I just have a headache after that.
Well, I don't drink mimosas often, but you remember there was a while ago that I was like, I really wanted a mimosa, and but it didn't have a legit mimosa. I had guava with the champagne, but it was still fucking good. Let's see here. Do you like buffets?
Define like.
Okay,
Like, do I prefer them?
I wouldn't say prefer, but would you?
Do I partake in them if given the chance?
course.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Do you remember your last buffet? And I don't count Korean barbecue as a buffet. I just put it out there
Last buffet.
like a hometown buffet.
Yeah.
Sizzler.
I don't know if it's buffet, but we went out for Thanksgiving instead of making Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we went up and got our Thanksgiving things, kind of buffet style or self-serve style.
Was it at a restaurant? Mm-hmm. What was the restaurant?
The mining company, Pomona.
I think they have their own thing, if I recall correctly. So I would count that.
And then I think the week before I went to do brunches count as buffets?
Is there a bunch of things you could choose from?
Yeah.
Like an El Torito?
Yeah.
Like brunch? Yeah, I would say so.
100% that.
I would say so.
And that's the last time then.
Okay, because I don't know if El Torito would consider themselves a buffet, but
I mean, no, it's brunch.
Yeah.
You don't call brunches buffets.
no, but it's buffet style.
But it's buffet style. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
That's the ticket.
I do greatly value buffets. So let's just say I want to always get my money's worth, right? So if I know a buffet is like $25, I gotta at least eat 4 plates, like just to make it fucking count. And I gotta get the expensive
Well,
shit.
one of the plates is dessert, right? So you really only have to do 3 plates and
that'd
then
be
a
5.
dessert.
No, I don't count that as a regular plate.
Ooh.
So
You
typically,
do
what
4 full plates?
not full. So the first plate I go heavy, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with the expensive. So there's ribs. I'll get ribs.
Heaven.
There, get the ribs, get the shrimp, if they have like a steak or
Prime-
something
prime
like
rib.
that. Yeah, if they have the more, I guess I'm putting this in quotes, the expensive meats and stuff like that. I'll start with that. I just go horde, and then the second plate, I'm either gonna get like a salad or with a bunch of shit, the croutons, it's just the works of a salad, and then the third plate, I start to wind it down. So that's when I start to get like maybe the chicken wings,
Yeah.
and like just the finger food sort of
Sides,
stuff,
yeah.
And then the last plate,
Mozzarella sticks.
so I'll try to mix it up because that fourth plate is tough. But like I'm like again, I gotta get my wings right. So as long as they don't charge me for extra food, I'll just go ham on it still, and then maybe finish half the plate. And then the fifth plate, I'll either get the soft serve or the.
Oh, then you get the waiter's attention, like, oh, excuse me, sir. And then you just slide the plate off the table and it shatters on the ground with all the food on it.
What is this shit?
Yeah.
Give me my money back. The fifth plate, again, if they have soft serve, if they have like the little desserts, like little piece of cake and little maybe donuts.
Rice pudding.
Tapioca or something. Do you like tapioca or rice pudding?
I mean, I prefer rice pudding, but I'll eat tapioca.
Interesting. What about tapioca with the rice?
Huh? Mix them?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's different textured balls.
Okay.
know
Well,
if I'm-
let's see.
Like uniformity to my balls, as
Sure.
you're well aware.
Well, you want your balls in your mouth to be like raspberries, not to be like.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Walnuts.
So since we.
I'm making sure this is raspberries, not walnuts.
Yeah. So we skipped ahead with the Asian guy. What was his name again? Michael? Mike?
Mike.
Okay. Another pathetic Mike.
She's so nice over the phone.
Yeah. She like I thought it was super early.
Yeah,
Then she's like, "What time is it?" And she's like, "Oh, it's 11. Are you okay?" And she's like, "Pfft." I'm thinking, man, that must be nice to sleep into like fucking 11. Fucking heck. Can you do that on your days off?
No, she's not sleeping in. It's 10:45 at night.
Oh, was it?
And they went to bed at like 9.
It seemed like there was light, but maybe I'm okay. So then that is like, yeah, but she was very friendly, and she didn't make plans with him, right? She only made plans because she happened to be in the city, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think.
I mean, she had to because they had to meet there.
Yeah, but I don't remember her talking and saying like, yeah, let's meet up.
They didn't. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't a phone call where they made plans. Correct.
Was he? Okay, so when Buscemi was, he had the other whore and they're banging. Was he at Shep's? How did that guy know where he was?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Because I feel like if it was Shep's, then of course he's gonna have his own key and do that. But like he didn't know Shep, right? Like I thought Shep knew the other guy. So then
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah. Okay. That part. But then so he goes in there, lifts that woman right off his dick, which is uncut, by the way. Oh, is she that tight? Like you just hear the air just, like it's sucked out of it as she. You know which hole that was in too. So.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And she's just telling him like, "All right, you're gonna get there. Like you're almost close.
Anyway,
There you go. So he starts beating him up, and then the neighbor or somebody's like, hey,
You
keep
see
it down.
I didn't pause it, but I'm sure you can.
I'm
see
pretty
gooch?
sure you see his nutsack
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, I didn't pause it either, but I did go. I did lean forward a
It's
second.
like, ooh, okay.
Yeah,
But he falls behind the couch, so are we sure that's Buscemi or not?
That's true.
Not
That's
a stunt gooch.
there was in an episode of Man Beast, the Dave character, which we had to replace in the second season with another guy. He's wearing Grimace underwear, and I didn't use the take, but in one he flips over a couch. Like we put mats behind it so he can flip over. But in one of the takes, he wasn't wearing anything underneath. And so there's like a flash of ball, and I was like, "Whoop!" I'm not using that take, and I just deleted it off everything. I was like, "Wow!" But it was a great fucking take because the way he went over the couch was so good. But I couldn't.
You should have put like just a flash of a smiley face or something.
Oh man, but that would put too much, and people might ask if they want to see. But either way, I did talk to him afterwards about it, and he said, "Oh, you should use it." And I was like, I mean, as much as the guy was cool, Joe.
That's funny, yeah.
But I wouldn't have. Plus, as much as I'm all about full frontal nudity and penetration and seeing those full frontal penetration, you see my ass crack in one episode. You see a lot of my butt in certain things, and I'm fine with that. Anyway. So the neighbor's knocking on the door. He goes and beats up that neighbor, assumably knocks him out, who had nothing to do with anything, and Chip's just so angry.
Hey, do you have a couple AA batteries?
Oh, God. I need a cup of shit. And then he comes back in, and so is he hitting Buscemi with the clip side? Because there's a couple cuts.
Yeah.
Or is it just the regular leather? Because it looked like...
I think the leather can mark you up pretty good.
I think so. Because it looked like there was one cut for sure.
When I'm with my mistress.
Yeah.
My dark mistress.
Right.
Not the woman I see on the side of my marriage.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she uses just the leather side and leaves a couple.
What's your safe word? Don't stop.
Oh, fuck. No, my safe wait, ask me again.
What's your safe word?
I'm coming.
Or keep going. That's your safe word. Let's see here. When William H. Macy dips and she's all panicked, like she's like, he's fleeing the scene. That was real good. Like,
I love it so much.
and she's like trying to figure out the phone, like how do I dial out, like kind of thing. That's great. Let's see here.
Oh, that might be my other favorite quote. Mm-hmm. When she's like trying to get, she's like, I'm sure I'm just, she's like, God, what the Christ. I just love what he says.
Yeah. He definitely flips a little right there, right? Because he's like, I already answered your questions. Like he just,
There's no reason to get stupid
yeah,
with me.
I'm just doing my job. But I do like that he's like, let's just do it now. It makes me think of like Simpsons. Yeah. He's just driving away. It's fucking good. Let's see here.
I didn't realize that's after. Is the dad in his trunk at that point?
Yeah. Which I thought about that. Why did he put the dad in his trunk? So Buscemi kills the dad. Bless you.
Sorry.
So Buscemi's okay. We'll go back a little bit. So the way
Plan goes awry, obviously. 'Cause
right.
Fucking nothing goes right in his life. Obviously.
Right. So the way WHM tries to conduct this is like, hey, they kidnapped your daughter. I need to conduct this drop off. They want $1 million. Only I could do it. But the dad is like, nah, I'm doing it. Like, no offense to you, but I don't want you guffing it up, right?
You're gonna muck it up.
Muck it up. So he goes to meet Buscemi. Buscemi's like, who the fuck are you? And
I love that scene so much.
yeah, their interaction,
Who the fuck are you?
yeah, no daughter, no money. And he's like, well, fuck, you know what? And just shoots him, right? So
Like he's at his wit's end too. Like
yeah,
he just got
his
beat
ass.
up.
Yeah, he got his ass beat. He didn't get to come.
No.
That would make me mad too.
Yep.
Like if I'm that close, and
You can see he's walking around with the boner the whole scene.
boner and blue balls.
Yeah.
Like so he's just ready to erupt, but he's also in pain.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had blue balls. Have you ever had blue balls?
No.
Yeah, it's tough. So he's angry. He didn't get his nut, and he's not getting his money. So he shoots the dad once. The dad's still very capable. Shoots up a Buscemi.
Yeah, you see, maybe he just didn't assume he had a gun on him, but like you see the guy's like,
He's like reaching.
like fucking finish him off. What are you doing?
Yeah, like me, myself, and Irene. Shoot the fucking. Oh, don't hit. Watch out for that cable. When there's like the cow, and he's. Oh, he starts beating it with the gun. So Buscemi gets shot in the
You
face.
shot me. You shot me in the.
That's Austin Powers.
Again.
Shoots him in the face, and it like grazes up his cheek, right? So it doesn't pierce through, but it definitely took out like a good chunk of his cheek, right? So he's bleeding.
That's good makeup there. That first time.
Yeah.
You see it just. Yeah.
Like when he pulls, and he pulls away, yeah. So then he unloads, I don't know, 6, 7 more shots into the dad, takes the money. So William H. is going there pretty much at the same time, or maybe 10 minutes behind, 5 minutes behind, sees Buscemi leave, and then dead dad, and he puts it in his trunk. So I imagine he only did that because he didn't want more attention onto it, so then I'd bring him. So dead dad in the trunk.
So they're like, oh, let's go find his daughter and tell her that her father is dead. And he goes,
Yeah.
like, oh, where's,
And then it ties more to him. Because then when Margie puts it together, like, oh, well, not only were they calling the dealership, like, and isn't it weird that it's a tan...
Tantiera.
Yeah, so like,
There's the car, Tantiera.
hold on there, Margie, let me call for backup for you. So kills the dad. So Buscemi hides the money, assumably 900 and how much? 940? No, $920,000. Which that was probably a surprise to him, right? He's thinking it's going to get $80,000, and now there's a fucking $1 million. I think that's why he hit that shot of him looking at it like, oh my god, like he's just looking. When he switched,
He's looking at fucking 8 racks, bro, and these scenes
so many whores he's gonna fuck. When he
good ones too.
Yeah, not the low cost. Oh yeah,
hanging for.
When he switches the napkin, like that just looks like that would hurt if it was like real. Oh fuck.
Are you first aid trained at work?
No, okay. But I well, when you say first aid, do you mean like mouth to mouth?
Or like kind of.
So I know I could do mouth to mouth, like resuscitate. And that's it.
Chest compressions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. When it comes to like bandaging and stitching, I learned enough from ER and from Grey's Anatomy to know how to stitch somebody up. I don't think I could do it.
You can do the trach.
Oh, for sure. The pen.
Yeah.
Also, the adrenaline shot in the heart.
Yeah.
And break the sternum. I feel like doing that.
Popping in shoulders.
I would break a
Dislocated
needle.
shoulders.
Oh, fuck, dude. I was literally thinking about the other day, like, wow, if I dislocated my shoulder's fucked for the rest of my life. Like, it will never be the same. It's not true?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked
so
up.
So, once it's out, it's just, it can pop out.
There's a fighter who his shoulder was fucked up, and like even in the back, he's telling the ref, he's like, "Shoulder's fucked up. It's all right. It'll pop. We'll get to pop it." And of course, it didn't. Like he lost the fight. In
Dangling
like 2 seconds.
arm the whole time, like just fucking going.
Trying to
at
fight
it.
with one arm. You moron.
Yeah, like he couldn't even keep it up. Like it was just he just couldn't.
Well, the first like exchange, it pops out. So
yeah,
I think he didn't make it to the second round. But
shouldn't. Okay, let's just say pops it out first round. Don't you think if you make it to the end of that round, you just run to the wall and like just run straight into it to pop it in?
Well, Mel Gibson wasn't fighting, so
Mel Gibson did it real well. I like the Lethal Weapon movies, even the fucking fourth one.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
It's the best fight scene out of all of them.
With Jet Li?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think the weakest one was the diplomatic immunity one, where it's like, what are you, it's a goddamn cougar in. The currency that they have, consider it revoked. But that wasn't, once they introduced Russo though, which was the third one, I believe.
don't remember.
Okay. Like I knew. I think it was the third one. I just like Rene Russo a lot. I think is what it is. But also Mel Gibson. Well, he's a fucking idiot, but his acting in Lethal Weapon's great. And those mullets. Oh my god, those mullets spot on. And Joe Pesci.
Okay, whatever.
Imagine coming up on that, all that blood. So he's putting Buscemi through the wood chipper, and just all that fucking blood sprayed out there. Let's just say you're the neighbor, right? Like, hey man, it's like fucking 6 a.m. What do you do? Hey, we're cool, right? Because he didn't have a gun on him. He only was that axe. So do you think you're just gonna fucking run?
Where did his gun go?
Well, Buscemi's? I don't know. That's a valid question. You think he would reach for Buscemi's then, if with her like yelling at him to stop?
He knows Buscemi because he's like, "Are we square?" And
Well, no,
he
I know.
flashes him the gun.
Yes. And then he uses the axe on Buscemi. So Buscemi's gun should assumably be somewhere around there, unless he just tossed it.
Yeah.
I do like when she's like, police, and she points at the badge on her hat. I'm like, ugh. When he threw that wood at her, I don't know if it was real wood, but it hit her in the leg.
Did it?
Yeah. And I was thinking, if that was real wood, that would fucking hurt, because he's like 15
I even
feet
like her
away.
like tilt down and then come back up.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Well, I mean, she's
She's a better shot than he is.
Well, she missed twice.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. He got the one, but maybe that
But it was
got
at least
closer.
further, and she hit a smaller target.
I don't know. Okay.
Smaller moving target.
That's okay. There you go. Yeah, because so when he killed the people,
Yeah,
at the
he
beginning,
killed the big old fat guy with the red jacket. Like, you're supposed to fucking miss that guy.
but it was also nighttime, and there's less light.
The nighttime is the right time.
Okay, that's the worst. So he hit her in the leg with the wood. The whining from William H. Macy was great. When he's getting arrested, like and then I put their relationship.
I like how he still sounds okay through the door. He's like, "Oh, I'll be out in 1 minute."
Yeah.
He's already halfway through the
I
window.
was trying to, yeah. If he was smart, he would have closed the bathroom door and locked it. But he had the door sort of open still, and he was also in boxers and a white beater. Like, where are you fucking going? And it's the middle of winter, no shoes on. Like, you're not going far in that. But then my last note is I love their relationship, like the Margie and.
We're doing pretty good, Norm.
Mm-hmm. She's like super supportive of him. Oh yeah,
His dream.
Yeah, his. What did he have? A mallard? No, a mallard on the 3-cent stamp. Which I don't. Oh, actually, that's not true. I do have things published when I was younger, a poem and stuff. But that is still an accomplishment, right? Because everybody's going to see it.
As a youth?
Yeah.
Or the stamp?
The stamp is great. Like, because when people got it, and he's like, oh, nobody wants to buy that. No, we get. She's like, no, you got to use it when they. But my thing for poetry, that was like elementary school. I don't know. I don't remember how it got published. My mom, I think, still has it somewhere.
My name is Brandon, and I'm here to say I'm writing poetry every day.
Come on.
Oh, here we go. Stumbling across the yard. My name is Brandon.
All right, you fucked up. You're doing so good. You peaked, and then you
All I
you
needed
stopped.
was one more line.
You need one more verse.
Damn it.
You could have got through the whole thing, but you are an idiot. Do you have any other notes?
My favorite thing to do is fucking hard. No.
Okay, that's best. No other notes?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I just enjoy it a lot.
So, Mike, what's the next movie that we're going to watch?
Oh, we're done?
I don't have any more fucking notes. I have vastly more notes than you. Every time I edit
Actually,
this stuff,
so can I ask you real quick then?
Sure.
Because I told you it was super violent for me. What did you think when you first saw it, even when you were a teenager? It was pretty violent, right?
well, at that time, I had already seen certain other movies that I just didn't really see this as that bad. Because none of the Coen movies are really violent. Like, No Country can get a little rough, but it's not like grotesque, over-the-top blood. Like, it's normally just gunshots and stuff like that. It's not.
I mean,
like
it cuts away, but that guy's fucking arm gets exploded.
Oh, in No Country? Yeah, when it goes and it goes like wobbly woo. Yes.
And the suffocation death.
No,
The choking death.
Again, I don't really see those as like gruesome. What I see as gruesome is like
Blood spurting out from the chain.
again, I don't, I'm not even traumatized by that stuff anymore. Now, at this time, again, I saw Event Horizon.
Been the shit like me. I've seen a thing or two.
When you're in the trenches.
Yeah.
I saw Event Horizon before I saw this. So I think I was less traumatized now by the gore and all that shit. But, but you were traumatized? But you saw it at a younger age.
I wasn't traumatized, but I remember saying like, oh my God, that's very violent.
Then you put your penis away.
Yeah.
Or no, that's when you took it out.
Yeah. For the first time, I was like, ooh, what is happening? Some magic going on downtown.
Why is it so tight in my diapers?
that, yeah, motherfucker. Like,
I think it'd be funny if you were and you're still wearing diapers. Oh, that'd be good. So anyway, you like this movie, correct?
I do, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I greatly enjoyed this movie.
Funny. I forget like how amazing everyone. Not you don't forget, but because two of them got nominated for Academy Awards.
Yeah.
But like, I still think Buscemi should have been nominated as well. Like he's so fucking good. Stormare is good too, just like silent and weird and scary.
But I don't think he should have been nominated
No,
for
no,
like
no,
support.
no.
No.
But like Buscemi's like he just runs his movie. It's
Well,
awesome.
he's kind of a goofy dude. Like he can definitely do comedy very well, and he was kind of some of the comedy of this too. But like there was comedy with everybody, like every character except for the Russian Stormare. Nothing really from him, but in the dad. But still, no, I greatly like it too. The next movie we're gonna watch is
Well, I don't know if you guys know this. When you look outside your window, you see snow drops falling on your head.
Snowdrops are falling on your head. But
It's wintertime, everybody.
Doesn't mean that that's not winter time yet. Wait,
I was gonna sing it for the end. Now
how does this always fucking happen? Okay, that's you know what? I could try to sing this episode, sing us away. So what are we watching?
But anyway, it's Christmas time, everybody. Mm-hmm. Christmas time.
It's Christmas time, everybody. Yeah. There we go. Hit it up.
Come on, everybody. It's Christmas time today. You and me, and Brandon, hey, watching all day.
All right. So what's the movie we're fucking watching?
I'm just falling. I'm too sleepy. It's too late here.
Uh-huh.
It's really hard to put this shit together.
Okay.
So Christmas time, we're going to do Home Alone.
Yes. Which Home Alone?
Something
Oh,
like
you're
that.
doing the Home. Yes, the Home Alone. Yeah. Yes.
It didn't pink. Did it pink?
No. Thankfully. I saw the red, but it was the red of the power.
Part one.
Okay. So Macaulay Culkin. Do you know who's in this movie?
Catherine O'Hara.
I love her.
Macaulay Culkin.
Love him.
Daniel Stern. Joe Pesci.
Mm-hmm.
John Candy.
Yep. You know, he did that in like 24 hours, that scene. You know, they had no dialogue written. They just riffed the whole time. And you can see it, obviously, when they're talking about shit. She's like, maybe we shouldn't have talked about that.
He made up all those polka band names.
Yeah. And when they're talking about like he was fine. Well, after a couple weeks, like 6 weeks, but she's like, maybe we shouldn't have talked about it. He's like, well, you brought it up, like just because they used to do their stand up comedy together. Like they would do the improv stuff. So yeah, so they had a relationship because not relationship, but like they're Canadian. But yeah, holding the eyelids. I'm sorry. John Candy did everything for Christopher Columbus in just a 24-hour time span. So he's just like, hey, we need this favor, and he did it. Anyway. Home Alone, was it 92?
Shit, man.
Something like that, 93
It's
maybe?
probably like 91. I don't even realize.
Okay. This is one of Christopher Columbus's first movies, I believe.
Probably.
Yeah. If you have any...
Or I don't know. Maybe.
I think it was, or maybe like National Lampoons, he was going to do that.
John Hughes wrote it, right?
I believe.
And Chris Columbus
And I
directed?
think Chris Columbus was going to direct National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but he backed out because he fucked off with Chevy. And so Hughes gave him this... I believe is what it was, and I'm glad that he did. Which really quick, do you like 1 or 2 better?
I think I like 1 better, but 2 has its moments.
I'm gonna.
Is Rob Schneider the bellhop?
Yeah. and
He rubs
and
the fingers?
yeah, and fuck,
Tim Curry?
Tim Curry,
Yeah.
yeah, he's the one of the lead
Hotel manager.
yeah. It's so good when she calls them idiots, like the best idiots, like or whatever. Anyway, if you have any movies you want to recommend for us, you can email us at specrapular@gmail.com. You want me to take us away this time?
Yeah, man.
So what was the song that you were doing again a little bit ago? Christmas.
While
no.
we were doing Raindrops Keep Falling on My...
Okay. I can try to do it. Okay. Okay. You ready? You want to tell me? Specrapular is here today. We're watching movies for all of you to enjoy. But hey, we're gonna watch Home Alone for the next episode, though. So why don't you listen to us? Listen to us a little more. We have over 60 hours to enjoy. So
Why
many
did
genres.
it sound like girls? Why did it become girls from fucking
Beastie
Beastie Boys?
I don't know.
We're watching movies and it's girls.
I think that could be fun too. Because if you remember, I said as a challenge for us and Lewis to do for every new season that we do for now, the intro song is going to be a different genre.
That'd be fun.
So like, I think the next one we should do is metal because I think that'd be fucking tight. Because think of
Gonna go fucking
think of the lyrics that we have
hard.
right now, right? Which is
Mike and Brandon, we're having some fun.
yeah. Okay, so it was like, we're Mike and Brandon, we're having some fun. Like, so we're just...
Oh, so you want the same song, just in different genres?
Correct.
Styles. Okay, that's fine.
So I'm thinking like a fun, like maybe Brian Setzer, like a little, what kind of genre is he? Like a
swing, yeah.
Swing, skippity doo dap. Like as if that's
Well, I mean, it depends. Like if you're talking like the orchestra, then that's kind of like that swing revival.
Okay,
But if it's like Stray Cats, it's fucking...
Wait, Brian Setzer was in Stray Cats?
Shut the fuck
I
up.
swear to fucking God, I didn't. I
Really?
thought Brian Setzer was just his own thing.
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, okay, sweet. That's something, you learn something new.
Yeah.
Well, I learned other stuff today, so I guess you learned a bunch of stuff today. But anyway, so Home Alone's our next movie. I think we should, again, we're only like halfway through this season, so maybe just past halfway. And
We'll do at least 2 Christmas movies this year.
yeah, so Home Alone.
You know what I just watched? I know the episode is
Was it
over,
on
but-
Pornhub or where was it located
Yeah.
first? Okay, if I'm gonna guess, it was Family Therapy. Did you know that's like banned and like when like high school kids will do that and shit, like they get suspended? Anyway, what are you watching?
It's a Wonderful Life. It's fucking really good.
You can't do that.
Well, I don't have your money. It's the Bill's house.
I don't have your money. Bill has it. Which we both did a pretty good impression
Yeah,
of
not
that.
too bad,
Yeah. Because that's what he was. They were implying because he worked at the bank, right?
Yeah.
That's his voice. Yeah. Because we were doing Simpsons, but yet a play of It's
Yeah.
a Wonderful Life. Yeah. I've actually.
But I mean, he says it, so
Yeah.
it works.
I've-
It's Bill.
I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Really?
But I know enough about it that I knew the premise of it all. Like he sees his life and like with the actions that he does, and so he changes the course essentially, right? Well, I don't have it.
Kind of at the very end, he sees what life would be like without him, but it's not. It's not like the whole crux of the movie.
It's not like Christmas Story, like a Christmas Carol.
Right.
When
Right. He meets the angels at the end.
Yeah.
And that's where they
Angels of Death.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, we should do a Muppet Christmas.
Ooh.
I really enjoyed the Muppet
Yeah.
Christmas. This is funny.
I remember seeing a sneak peek of that at a mall in, I want to say the Galleria.
Okay.
Where
LA?
they filmed a fucking. Oh wait, no, they didn't film it there. They filmed that main place, right?
For Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah,
that's my place.
that one.
Okay. I think everything I've ever seen of the Muppets, I've always enjoyed. Like even Looney Tunes, like when they had they were with Brendan Fraser and what's her face from Dharma and Greg or whatever.
Did you see the new Space Jam?
Yeah, it was horrible. Only because LeBron James is not a good actor. I think we talked about it in one of the other episodes. Like, I greatly like I greatly like LeBron only because he's a Laker now. But he is not an actor in the slightest. Now I enjoyed him in Trainwreck, like that was fine because it was little snippets of him. But for him to carry a movie,
Can't do it.
Absolutely not. He just does not have the charisma. He doesn't. Jordan did better, and Jordan was horrible too. But I'd still prefer
Plus,
Jordan.
it's like a hard performance because
Yeah.
you're not just acting; you're acting against tennis
Green
balls and shit like
screens,
that.
yeah. Well, people were dressed in the suits and stuff, but still, like, it's not the same. But when you look at the stuff from what Jordan had to do, again, you're right. They did use the tennis balls, but like he did great for what that was capable at that time, which goes back to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like how they did that movie, how it looks so fucking good. Anyway, LeBron is the worst when it comes to acting. But again, thank you everybody for listening. And again, making recommendations on specrapular@gmail.com. Bye bye.
Bye.